Hey guys, this is Auspicious Aussie and welcome to the second episode, which will be pre-season and me going over the transfers we made. First of all, I'd just like to thank you. This is the first time you're tuning in. I did do a little introduction video a little while ago just about what this save was going to be about and why I had not actually bought FM14 until this certain time. But anyway, let's get into the transfers I've made. Wasn't a lot of activity. Had to shuffle some funds around, but I did make two fairly large transfers. First in, I mentioned it in the introduction episode that we needed a goalkeeper, so I went out and bought Igor Akinfeev, the Russian goalkeeper. And as you can see, he's top class, world class, I'd say, for a goalkeeper. Very low eccentricity, 10 less than Romero, which is basically what was putting me off Romero. Romero is a good enough goalkeeper, but the eccentricity just means he's prone to making errors, and I don't like that in goalkeepers. They really need to be like high composure and concentration is really good. But anyway, 15 mil for him, 57k a week is not bad for a player of his quality. And the other player I brought in was Seamus Coleman from Everton for 8.25 million. We only had one right fullback and natural right fullback, I should say, and he's actually a 19-year-old Brazilian on loan. So I wanted to get a permanent right back in and went for Seamus Coleman. 8.25 is pretty cheap considering how good Coleman actually is on this game. I mean, he's got the physicals, defensive, he's brilliantly, and he's also got a bit going forward for him. Of course, he's got like decent mental attributes as well. At 25 years old, is pretty good. Um, he's obviously meant to be more of a wing back than a fullback, but I'm not really comfortable playing with wing backs. So yeah, hopefully he'll still do a good job, I reckon. And Andreas Wolf, I mentioned him in the previous episode, but I just let him go out on loan as he was kind of being a little whinging bitch. We should put it to put it simply. And anyway, let's get into the fixtures now. Whoops, wrong button. And pre-season was decent. We didn't lose, but there was one disappointing result. First up, we versed CSKA Sofia, one of our former feeder teams, I believe. Beat them 6-0. Goals coming from Rodriguez, Falcao, and a hat-trick for Campos in that one. Next up was the disappointing result against INF Clairefontaine. 1-1 draw. Our goal coming from Emmanuel Rivere. And yeah, that was pretty disappointing. They're an amateur youth team actually. So yeah, wanted to win. Next up was Sedan Ardennes, and we managed to beat them 2-1. Goals coming from Abidal in that one. He was actually our captain. FC Charleroi was up next, and 5-1 victory. Disappointing to actually concede, which has kind of been a bit of a theme, but we do have quite an attacking formation, which I'll show you just after this. Goals coming from Borja, Poulsen, and a hat-trick for Falcao. And the final preseason game was against Avellino, a Portuguese team, if I believe. Anyway, goals coming from Ricardo Carvalho, Kondogbia with an own goal and scoring a goal for us, and finally Carrasco. Anyway, the tactic we're using, pretty straightforward tactic. It's just a 4-5-1 basically. 5 in the midfield with inside forwards on each wing. Obviously, Barazite isn't usually playing as a winger. He's actually a backup for Rodriguez. But Campos has picked up an injury. Campos usually plays on the right. Carrasco usually plays on the left. And yeah, that's basically it. Obviously, Poulsen's in at the moment as Moutinho's just about to come back from his injury. And that's about it. Borja is currently being tutored by Carvalho as well. So that's something else that's a bit of a positive. Hopefully Ricardo, obviously this will be his last season at the club as he is 35, but his 18 determination and decent mental attributes can hopefully be passed on to Borja, who's also a pretty decent young player at 19 years old. Alright, that basically rounds up everything I wanted to go over as far as pre-season. I wasn't planning on actually doing a live com, but I kind of feel like doing one all of a sudden. Obviously my computer's not what it used to be, as it's currently like low on hard drive space. So the game in 3D probably won't be as crisp and as clean as FM13 was, but we'll give it a go anyway. I will just leave the highlights on key, simply because I don't want this video to actually be too long, even though I'm kind of doing a surprise live com here against Bordeaux. Pretty big team. They have got in Yaya Sanogo from Arsenal, so props to them. And straight on from where you finished last match. Alright, here we go. Carvalho off the kickoff. Hopefully Coleman and Akinfeev can slot straight in, because I'm throwing them into the deep end really, putting them both in the first team. Crossed, rolling, and that's 1-0 to Bordeaux already, 3 minutes in, wow. And we're actually coming last now. Not the start I planned, but obviously playing an attacking formation with inside forward high wingers is probably going to be, I'm not going to say a disadvantage away from home, but it's definitely going to make things difficult. Still getting to grips the tactics on this game, obviously changing from the sliders of last year's game. It's kind of complicated. Rodriguez now, and that's 1-1, perfect. Barazite with the cross there, and Rodriguez following in behind Falcao and breaking into the box to bring us back to level peggy, I guess. And it says we've struggled to maintain possession. So I think I'm going to look to change something. Maybe retain possession now. Get rid of pass at space and run at defense. And god damn it, Sanogo. Of course he has to score. And it's back to 2-1. So Bordeaux are back in the lead. Apologies for not really showing that goal. I'm going to take high tempo off. I'll play at a lower tempo actually. Abadal's playing well, but no one else in defence is actually playing that well actually, and it's really, Carvalho at a 6.2 is really poor. I'm going to say I expect to see better, because I really do. Even though it is the first game of the season, and the players don't really know my tactic that well, which is weird, because it's going up really slowly, and I remember it used to go up so much quicker on previous versions of the game. So that's just something that I'm kind of looking at. We're going to be Borgeron now for Carvalho. 6.10, that's piss poor. Honestly, that's really bad. I don't really want to take Falcao off, so I'm going to bring Abadi on for Poulsen. Really need Matinho back, as I think he'll basically transform us into a really strong team, a really strong first 11 anyway. We've won the ball back here. Gozawa crosses it. Rodriguez, get in. 2-2. Rodriguez with a brace in his first game. I think it's his first game for the club as well. On debut. That is something else I forgot to mention. Pretty much most of the squad is on debut. Of course, this is the season that Monaco did get promoted from League 2. So, yeah. I'm looking for top 4 as a goal. I'll take a 2-2 draw here today. Hopefully we can hold on. I might actually just drop it back to standard for the last couple of minutes. Rodriguez heads it. Oh, and he's got it. He has got it. Oh no, it's offside. No, it's not. It counts, yes? I was looking at something else for a second there. Ignore the offside talk. 3-2, dropping back to standard. And this possession football that I've played since they scored that second goal has really worked quite nicely. And there we go, full time, 3-2 victors away from home against Bordeaux, and that is exactly what I wanted to see. Well, really that second half performance anyway. As you can see, we were fairly dominated, but we are actually top of the league. And as you can see, she's got a hat-trick achievement for Rodriguez, thank you. And yeah, so that's basically this for this episode, guys. The next episode, if I have a look here, I play Paris Saint-Germain there, but that's pretty close. It's only like 5 games away. So I think I'll leave it until the end of January. So I'll play all these games between FC Lorient and where I'm up to now, and bring you guys back for a January transfer window roundup, and it'll be a fairly long episode where I will basically do all these fixtures, go over them in somewhat detail, basically just the goal scorers and whatnot, and show you guys what has happened, league table showing as well at the end of that, and hopefully we'll be sitting high, sitting pretty, and yeah, as you can see, not bad ratings there from my team members. And yeah, if you've enjoyed the episode, guys, please give the video a like rating. Maybe share it with your friends as well if they enjoy Football Manager videos. And don't forget to tune in to the next episode. That's about it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Been a Spish Aussie. Goodbye.